Sorry.
Yeah.
Put down the phone. You don't need to call 911. You are not hallucinating. You are not on DMT. You're just gay. No, your eyes are not deceiving you. Daddy Frit is here, and I am never going to leave you ever again. You'll have to excuse my somber tone. That's Sony's fault for having such a boring ass fucking event, E3, I don't know what to call these things. And seeing as how I just covered the Xbox Series S, I thought it wouldn't really be fair to not make fun of Sony. In what was one of the most uninteresting presentations of the year, Sony came out and just told you the price of the PS5 and then the discless PS5. And the price of each console is basically what I expected. $500 for the standard, $400 for the discless. You were also told that there was going to be plenty of units to pre-order, but then Sony pulled off an Nvidia. Psych bitch, you thought there was enough? Nah. And now there's a lot of angry people who can't get their precious little PS5, even though they're gonna be perfectly fine with their PS4 for the next 3 years or so, because that's another thing Sony lets you know. A couple of the games you see on this list are also going to launch on the PS4. So you remember what Sony said about, we believe in generations, and how they slighted Microsoft for saying that they were going to continue supporting the Xbox One for the next few years? Well, there you go, there's Sony, once again criticizing Microsoft for doing something that they eventually incorporate later on. And I'm already, about a minute into this video? And that's all I really have to say about the PS5 event. We already know the performance of the consoles, and now we know the price. Oh wait, yeah, that's right, they teased maybe God of War. They never showed you the gameplay. I don't think they even showed you the game in general. But that was enough for Sony ponies to wet their panties, so at least there's that. Now, for me personally, as a PC gamer, it's extremely hard to actually like this event for one main reason, and I think we all know the reason. It's probably one of the greatest billion-dollar mistakes I've ever seen in my life, if it truly was a mistake. Now, if you remember, a few months ago, Sony said that they were very interested in continuing to port their first-party titles over to the PC, a statement which caused many Sony ponies to bleed from their vaginas, and it was amusing as fuck. Still continues to be amusing as fuck because it was then announced that Demon's Souls and Final Fantasy 16 were also going to be released on PC. How do I know this? Because it's in the goddamn trailer. You see it, right? I'm not blind. Am I seeing that? Are you seeing that? I'm seeing that. Yeah, it's right there in the trailer. So many of us rejoiced, and I was ready to make another video collecting the tears of Sony ponies and mocking them because they are my favorite peasants to mock. But then not even about 2 hours later, Sony comes out with a statement saying, hey guys, that was a mistake. We didn't mean to put that in the trailer. It was an error. Yeah. Following the original publication of this story, Sony has told Kotaku that the trailer claiming Demon's Souls would be coming to PC and other consoles was a mistake. The rep attributed the incorrect information to quote-unquote human error. Demon's Souls will be exclusive to the PlayStation 5. The previous embedded trailer has since been removed from PlayStation's YouTube channel. Now ask yourself, alright? I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist because, you know, even the lizard people are better at hiding that they're lizards. But exactly how do you accidentally put in your trailer that your game is coming out on PC, alright? You're a billion-dollar company, you've been hyping your console for months, actually 2 years. Funny thing about Sony, actually, is they spent about 2 years teasing you with the controller, the console's design, the specs, and then they finally told you the price just right around the corner from launch. Totally not suspect, you know, yeah, just saying. All the money they invested into the PS5 and the games that they're going to be launching, you don't find it suspect that something like that, something as significant as telling people that the game you're going to launch is also coming to another platform like the PC. How would someone make that mistake unless they were told to put that there? You know, that's like when Bill Clinton denied being on Epstein's island. There's no way this was a human error. The only human error that could have happened here is that that was not supposed to be shown yet. And I'm going to stick to that theory because It was even stated in the original trailers that the footage we were seeing was being captured on a fucking PC. The evidence for a PC port is already there. What we were seeing wasn't even what was running on a PS5. I mean, at least they were honest about it. I appreciate that. But now they're being dishonest and saying that there's no such thing as a PC port. We all know very well that when it comes to Sony, whatever they say is usually the complete opposite of what's going to happen. This one especially breaks my heart because I'm so nostalgic for Demon's Souls, alright? It was actually the first PS3 game I ever played. Janky, broken, it ran like ass, and I loved every fucking minute of it. So Sony's tugging my heartstrings, and I can't forgive them for that. Sony's not a company that can be honest, because the thing about honesty is that it will cost you money. And the thing about telling people that Demon's Souls is coming to the PC way before you even launch the game or your next gen console, it's probably not going to make investors happy. You think Sony gives a shit about the overweight fanboys crying at home? No, they want your fucking money. They don't care if it's from you, a loyal PlayStation fanboy, or if it's from someone who's playing on PC. So when Sony does come out and eventually says, hey, yeah, Demon's Souls is coming to the PC now, I don't want to see a single Sony pony crying about it because the writing was on the wall. Oh yeah, one more anti-consumer thing I forgot that the consoles are doing that's affecting the PC platform is the concept of paying for graphical upgrades. Alongside those exact same PS4 launch titles that we saw, we also got to see the price of what the PS5 versions would be. They're not even fucking $60. Like, I know Sony and Microsoft are taking losses on these consoles, but I wasn't expecting the loss to be that drastic, to the point that the next gen version of a game will cost you $10 more simply because it has graphical upgrades from a previous generation. Shout out to CD Projekt Red, who could have taken advantage of Sony and Microsoft's loophole to charge people for graphical upgrades because they didn't take it. This is not only affecting console prices, but it's also affecting the PC platform because companies like Capcom are providing graphical upgrades to Devil May Cry 5, and they're only allowing consoles to have that. Why are they allowing consoles to have it? I'll tell you why. Because only console peasants will pay for those fucking upgrades. That's why. They won't put it on PC because they know PC gamers will laugh at them when they ask for more money for giving us ray traced puddles. You know, that is fantastic, it's nice, yeah, beautiful, yeah, but nobody's going to pay you extra for it because we didn't have to before. I had a lot of people unsub because they were not happy with me telling them that I'm going full elitist and that I don't want the console peasants over here. And here are some examples why, alright? I'm gonna finish it off, letting you know real quick why we cannot have the peasants continuing to come over to the PC. Call of Duty Major League Play is coming to PC. But guess what, motherfuckers? Keyboard and mouse are banned. You can only play competitive with a fucking controller on the goddamn PC. Do you see the problem now? Do you see the problem with the peasants coming over here? When they come to the PC platform, developers have to cater towards peasants. And because of that, we get a lot of RPGs with some of the most retarded UI designs. Many hotkey and mouse configurations don't exist because some of the games have to be built with gamepad mapping in mind, which is why you get all the notorious Skyrim mods that are intended to fix the UI and make it a PC UI. Because, you know, when I open up a game, the last thing I want to see is a console UI. Also, another thing about peasants is they just can't play with keyboard and mouse because they refuse to get good at keyboard and mouse. So now everybody who's on the PC has to adapt to the peasants and they have to use a controller for competitive play now. So thanks, peasants, for coming over here. And of course, now there is the looming threat of game prices going up, with the possibility of graphical upgrades not even being included in the PC ports of certain games. So I have no choice but to embrace my elitism, alright? There's only specific people I want coming here. People who aren't willing to just accept any anti-consumer practice because they were used to it on the consoles. I don't want that bullshit here. If you're jumping to the PC, you best be ditching all of those console peasant habits. You must integrate into the PC gaming society. Well, anyway, besides that rant that most likely pissed off a huge chunk of my original audience that now wants to leave, what are my overall thoughts on the PS5? The games for the PS5 look lovely, and that's something from Sony you can expect. Their games are going to look nice, they're going to be polished, and they're going to be very high budget. It seems they're going to continue their strategy of basically selling you on their games alone. Microsoft, on the other hand, wants more people on Game Pass. But when you look at both Microsoft and Sony, it's plain to see how games as a service are treated versus games that are meant to be sold as, well, games. That sucks. If only there was a platform that could cater to me in both those departments. Wonder which platform out there has Game Pass and PlayStation exclusives. Can't think of which platform that might be. Even though Microsoft has aggressively priced the Series S and the Series X, let's all be honest here. The PlayStation 5 is still going to outsell it, without a doubt. But don't take that as a good thing from me, alright? Sony came out and did some really anti-consumer bullshit, and if you feel that they deserve your money after everything that happened at that event, then I could already imagine you never planned to not get it in the first place. For some people, the quality of Sony's games are enough for them to justify the purchase, and there's no way I can tell them they're wrong. Buy whichever platform is going to work best for you, or buy all of them if you can. Wait, no, I'm contradicting myself. Never mind. No, we can't do that. Or am I? Fuck. I really don't know. But in other news, Cyberpunk recommends you have about 70 gigs free on your SSD. So if you don't mind, I have a lot of futa I have to go delete now, and I'll be seeing you guys in a few days, or weeks, or months. You never know with me.
Everything I do is just too sweet.